Okay, welcome everybody to the call. My name is Eric Johnson. I'm the creator and CEO of Teamzy, and I'm excited to talk to you guys tonight. I've got my oils going in honor of this exciting thing. No, I always do when I'm doing a call. We're really excited to talk to you tonight. I'm going to do a little bit. I'm going to show you Teamzy. How many are you using Teamzy? I know you are, Jennifer. Are you guys using it yet? Okay, so I'm going to show it to you tonight, what it will do for you, how it helps you do all your income-producing activities in less than 1 hour a day. It'll get you totally organized. You're going to know exactly what you need to do every day to build your business. It's going to be great. But before I jump into that, I want to teach you a little bit about the philosophy and the system Teamzy's built upon. It's called relationship marketing. It's kind of it's more than just an app that makes your life easier. It's actually an approach to the business. So I need to share that a little bit with you. Then we'll dive into Teamzy. I'll show you how easy it is to set up. And then I'll show you how you can do a power hour, which is what I call the time it takes to do all the stuff you need to do in your business and get it done in 1 hour. So, and then at the end we'll do Q&A. So if you have questions, I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have as we go. Sound good? All right. Let's see here. Here we go. This is the one I want. So this is what I want to talk to you about first. How to systemize your success with relationship marketing to become a power hour boss. This is one of our hashtags. We have t-shirts that say Power Hour Boss. Because how many of you have lives, right? And you don't have a lot, you'd rather be living your life than working on the business all day long. Absolutely. Just to give you a little bit about my backstory for those of you who haven't met me, my background is in coaching and consulting. I've been a professional business coach for 16 years, and my job was to help people build their business. I taught them how to systemize their relationship building so that they could create sustainable businesses. I stumbled across direct sales a little over 4 years ago by accident. I just found some products that I really loved. They helped me a ton, and that inspired me to take a look at the business opportunity. So when I took a look at it, I thought, wow, you know, direct sales is kind of awesome. You could do something on the side that could create a stream of income. You don't really have to invest any money in it, right? You just got to get passionate and get excited and have a system. And so I thought, okay, I think I could do this. The problem was I had a full-time career. I had 4 kids. I had maybe 1 hour a day to spare. And so I started looking for tools that would help me leverage that 1 hour so that I could get everything done. See, as a business coach, I thought there's got to be tools. 35 million people in the US alone in direct sales, and there's got to be tools, right? But there weren't. I didn't find anything, at least nothing I could use. I'm not really great with technology. It has to be so easy that even I can use it. So anyways, long story short, just to let you guys know, that's why we built Teamzy, because I could not believe we didn't have tools for us. So just to give you a little background on Teamzy, we've been in business just over 3 years. In that time, we've had more than 80,000 network marketers use Teamzy, which is incredibly humbling and amazing. And our active users right now are averaging 21 customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. Okay, 21 new customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. And so when I say active, I'm going to demonstrate tonight exactly what they're doing. That's going to be my kind of example, okay? All right, so let's dive in. So what is relationship marketing? What is relationship marketing? A lot of people hear this term and they think that it just means selling stuff to your friends, right? In fact, you may come across people in your business that are like, I don't want to do this business. I don't want to sell stuff to my friends. They feel like they're doing stuff to somebody. But I want you to understand first and foremost, relationship marketing is a lot more than that, obviously. But at the essence of it, relationship marketing is a lead generation system. It's a lead generation system. That's a system that initiates consumer interest or inquiry into the products or services of a business. You need to understand that marketing and selling essential oils is not your business. You are the owners of this business, and your job is lead generation. You're in the lead generation business as business owners. That's your job. Now, when you take a look at your business, you have to figure out, how do I want to generate leads in this business? Hopefully you'll choose relationship marketing because I think it's the most rewarding and the most effective. So let's talk a little bit about this. First principle is this, is that with relationship marketing, developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. Developing and deepening relationships. It's not trying to make a sale or trying to get a recruit or even trying to make money. It's developing and deepening relationships. That's our first duty. The reason why that's so important is because we turn relationships into advocates by investing time and providing outstanding service. We turn relationships into advocates by investing time and providing outstanding service. I want you guys to understand something. People are focused on getting a sale, but getting a relationship who will refer people to your business, who believes in your mission, who is excited about the education and the service that you provide out there is what it's really all about. And when you focus on turning people into your advocates, they understand you're not just going for the sale, that you're going for something deeper. They love it, by the way. And they will often become customers and join your team because that was your approach from the get-go. Okay, so let's keep going. Next principle I want you to understand about relationship marketing is that relationship marketing depends on trust. Relationship marketing depends on trust. In other words, if you're a jerk, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. And I'm sure that you guys have come across people in network marketing at some point in your life that maybe were a little less than trustworthy, maybe a little tricky in their approach. And honestly, so many people have been burned by that. Sometimes it takes a little extra effort to build trust, doesn't it? But relationship marketing depends on trust. You can actually build a business where you're 100% authentic. You don't have to do any of this corny stuff out there, like developing curiosity or tricking people or anything. You get people on your mission, okay? Relationship marketing depends on trust. Trust makes the work fun. It makes it so much fun. When people trust you, you don't have to sell them or convince them or anything. You get right to helping them. True? Yeah, and trust takes the ickiness from the sales process. You'll never feel like an icky salesperson when you're building trust. How many of you are concerned you'll come across as the icky salesperson building your business? You don't have to worry about that. Also, you get to go for yes. With relationship marketing, none of this going for no stuff or thinking about getting rejected or going through rejection. I mean, with building relationships, you're working towards yeses. You're building relationships. You're adding value to people's lives. So how do you build trust? I'm going to share with you quickly the 4 essential ingredients to build trust, okay? I'll break them through quickly and then we'll discuss them. Number 1 is chemistry. Chemistry. Number 2 is character. Okay, character. Number 3 is competence. Competence. And number 4 is consistency. Chemistry, character, competence, consistency. The 4 essential ingredients to building trust. By the way, I know I'm talking to oil experts. I don't mean that kind of chemistry. I mean chemistry between people. And chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. So what is it about you they can relate to? Okay, chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you they can relate to? I don't want to belabor this point because I think most of you get it right away. Bottom line, no one wants to do business with someone they don't like. Okay, right? And most people prefer to do business with someone they consider a friend. So it's about figuring out common ground with people so that you can help them. Take some time, ask some questions, find out what you have in common so you can build up some chemistry. That's the first step. Number 2 is your character. Your character. And character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. Okay, character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. I want you guys to notice something about my definition of character. You don't have character. It's not something you have. Character is something you do. Character is something you do. This is an important mindset shift because when you're demonstrating character, people see your character and they trust you, but they don't know your character unless you're demonstrating. Does this make sense? And so I want you to constantly think about how does this demonstrate my care for others? Everything you do, the way you take care of your customers, the way you post on social media, the way you interact with people who serve you out in the world, the way this is my example always because it gets under my skin, the way you return your shopping cart in the parking lot to the shopping cart returned, right? All of these things are fundamental to demonstrating your care for others in everything that you do. This is how you build trust with people. You know people of amazing character and you trust them, right? So we need to be that. We need to live that out. Competence is when you demonstrate. Number 3, competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. Okay, competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. People need to know you know what you're talking about. Are you educating yourself? Everything, do you know, are you learning everything you can about oils and how they help and what they can do and stories, right? Sharing stories of how they've helped people, things like that. And I know you guys do amazing classes and you educate people. People need to know you're competent. I need to feel like if I'm going to be your customer, I want to know, I can ask you a question. What about this oil? Is this something that would be useful for me? Are you learning? Are you demonstrating your confidence, okay, on your product? The second half of this is your business confidence. I need to know, do you know how to build this business? Will I choose your team when I join the business? Right? I need to know you're confident. I need to know I can be successful with you. These are things that you've got to be demonstrating. Now, some of you may not be as confident as Jennifer is at this moment. Some of you might be more so, I don't know. The point is that you need to be demonstrating your journey. I'm learning this, I'm learning this, I'm learning this. But if you don't have that confidence yet, never fake it. You hear people say, fake it till you make it. Don't do that. What you need to do is you just need to let people know constantly how confident your team is, how confident your upline is, how you're associated with the people who know all this stuff. Tell their story, share them, so that people know that even though you might not have it yet, you're on the journey to get there, but you can still demonstrate that you're part of a team that has everything they need, right? You want to join this business? It's amazing. I'm new too, but together we'll get into this training together with these amazing mentors. Okay, so let people know lean into the confidence of your team until you build your own. Okay, and those of you guys who are sponsoring new people, have them lean into your confidence. Don't ask them to pretend there's something they're not. Okay, because with relationship marketing, you cannot afford to violate a shred of trust ever. You got to be building trust, constantly building trust. Okay. Real quick principle on this before we move on to number 4. When people are going to do business with you or even consider it, there's 3 questions that they ask themselves kind of at a heart level, okay? These are the 3 questions. Can I trust you? Do you care about me? Are you good at what you do? Can I trust you? Do you care about me? Are you good at what you do? By the way, if you come up against objections in your business, all objections come from these questions, all of them. And it's not that you can't overcome the objection with logic, right? But you need to understand that the relationship needs trust building. You need to continue investing in that relationship, right? So somebody has an objection, great. Know how to overcome that objection, but continue to build trust with that person. So over time, they know the answers and there's no more objections. Make sense? Okay, number 4, consistency. Consistency. Anybody have raised kids on this call? Anybody? Or in the process? I'm in the process. Is it important to be consistent? To build trust? Yeah, of course it is. And they'll forget, they will not forget the one time you were not consistent, right? Remember that time we were camping and you let me have ice cream for breakfast? I want it now for breakfast. It's like, forget it. Got to be consistent. Here's a great principle on this. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. Probably the most important part of building trust is being consistent, right? And the cool side effect of it is that people want to be around you when you are. Not only will they trust you, but it draws people to you. They want to be associated with you. They think it's so amazing. How many of you have heard things like, wow, you're so inspiring? You guys heard that from people, and it's humbling, isn't it? What is it about you that's so inspiring? I bet it's you being consistent. They see it. Wow, she's so consistent. Look at what she's doing. Look at what she's doing in her life. I want to be around that. Consistency will build trust, and it will help you build your team because people are drawn to it. The cool thing, too, is when you're leading a team of people, it's really the only time you can actually be consistent. Have you noticed we don't do it well for ourselves? But when we have to set an example, we're pretty good at it. Let me just ask you real quick, how many of you are pretty consistent products to your product? You use your oils, you're learning about them, you're practitioners. Good. Now let's see consistency of sharing. How many of you share consistently on social media? Do people know? Do people know that you are into oils? Or are you secret? Some people, I see secret profiles. People friend me and I'm like, why are you friending me? What do you? They're like, oh, I do. I couldn't tell. You're hiding it. Good. Well, most people, I hope everybody's consistently using your products, learning about your products, and sharing your story on social media. Like, those are important things. Let me recommend a book to you real quick before I move on. I almost forgot. This principle comes from one of my favorite books. psychology. It's called Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion. This is an old school classic, so some of you may have read it. But what's cool is this one just released on Audible. So how many of you do Audible? This one just released on Audible. So I just bought it on Audible. I'm like, oh, I'm going to reread that. Reread, right? It's a great book. Really, if you want to be a leader in the business, this is just a really great book about how people are influenced and how you can help people more. Okay, so let's talk about the consistency, the checkup from the neck up. How many of you are as consistent with your relationships as you are about using your oils or posting on social media? And this is the checkup from the neck up, because relationship building is a contact sport. You have to be in regular contact with people if you want to build a relationship with them. You have to be in regular contact with people. That's the only thing that works. Okay, here's the principle on this. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Just really quick on this, and then we'll jump into Teamzy. This is my last point to make. How many of you have ever received a great, like a card or a letter from somebody you care about, and that had a handwritten message in it, and that message just touched your heart? Have you guys ever received one of those? Hopefully, right? Everybody's saying yes. Okay, good. If not, just put your address in the chat so we can write one to you, because everybody should get one of those. When you get a card like that, and it touches your heart, and it gets you emotionally, how many of you are able to, as soon as you've read it, go, oh, that was nice, and then crumble it up and throw it in the trash can? Do you guys throw those away? How many of you save them somewhere? You've got a pile of cards somewhere that you've saved. Yeah, I mean, we treasure them, don't we? We treasure them. What's amazing is the lingering impact, because not only do we save them and treasure them, but a lot of times when we pass on, our family keeps them too. It's the most precious thing we leave behind, are those letters and cards that we received, those heartfelt letters. How many of you have something like that from somebody that you loved? You still have, yeah. So here's another example. Have you ever received one of these? This is a happy birthday postcard. This one's from my life insurance salesperson. I also usually get them from my dentist. Do you guys get these sometimes? Your dog might get it from the vet if you have a nice vet. Is it nice to get a happy birthday postcard from somebody? It's nice. Does this go in the special place and save forever? How many of you throw these away? No problem. These go right in the trash, don't they? This is nice though, right? It's a happy birthday postcard. You need to understand the difference. One is priceless, one is valueless. This required no time. It's a bulk mailing. It required no time, and it's not personal. It's not a personal connection with me, and it required no time. That's why it has no value. Investing time and connecting with people one-on-one is the only way to deepen a relationship. That's the difference, okay? And this is a bulk mailing. Now look, people do bulk mailings like this, and they feel like, well, I sold 2 life insurance policies because of it, so it paid for itself. These aren't a high return on investment type of a thing. What I want you guys to understand is our business is built person to person, relationship to relationship. Okay? So the way to build the biggest business is to be person to person with the most people. You know this. That's why I'm going to show you Teamzy, which allows you to do it really easily and quickly and efficiently. You don't need to be writing people cards and letters every single day. I mean, obviously that's probably the most impactful thing you can do. But even just messaging somebody through Facebook Messenger or sending them a text message one-on-one, it takes you 2 seconds, but it's still an investment of time that's personal. It makes somebody's day. Does this make sense? So I'm going to show you how to do that in a second, but you need to understand it's all about building relationships, not just so you can get sales and recruits, so we can create advocates for our business, okay? And we do it by connecting with people one-on-one. You with me? All right. Real quick. I think I have one more slide. We're going to jump into Teamzy. So you got that point. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. This is all well and good, but you need a system. You got to have a system. There's just no way. Unless you only know 10 people, you're going to stay in touch with 10 people. You got to have a system, a way to stay in contact with all your relationships, okay, with all your relationships. Even the people you barely know, like everybody that you know, you should be building relationships with. How many of you believe you can help all those people? Yeah, of course. and know when to contact them and know really when not to contact them. In other words, I don't want you to have to think or plan or spend a lot of time worrying about who I should be talking to today. Have a system that just says, Eric, here's the 5 people you need to connect with right now. And then know what you're going to say when their names come up so that you're not staring at your screen all day trying to come up with the perfect messaging. You get stuck in that analysis paralysis and you don't get anything done. How many of you guys have experienced that? That was me. Like, you're about to see the fruit of all of my own errors in life refined into the system you're going to get to see in a second. And then a system that makes sure that nobody falls through the cracks. How many of you have been in the business at least a year or two? Let me see. Have you experienced where you have somebody who's interested and you're excited about them and you're following up and they're just not quite ready, and then you found out they joined someone else's team? Has that happened? If that hasn't happened to you yet, God bless you. It will. Happens to everybody. But this is what I'm talking about. They fell through the cracks. You planted the seed, you watered it, you put sunshine on it, and you just missed it when they were ready for harvest. Somebody else was there. Right? It happens. We need a system like this so you don't do it. All right, let's jump out of here. Let's take a look at Teamzy. Okay, Eric, how many windows do you have open here? Here we go. All right, that's actually Facebook. Teamzy right here. All right. First of all, I want you guys to know something. You can get a free trial of Teamzy for 30 days, no strings attached. We don't ask for your credit card or anything weird, okay? We're not trying to sneak in at anything. It's all about trust, right? Go to teamzy.com. When it says select your business, choose doTERRA. It's custom tailored for doTERRA for you. And you can use it for 30 days for free, okay? And so you're gonna wanna use it after this presentation. You'll be pretty excited about it. So go do that. Make sure you put that on your action list. Get your free trial started. When you first log in there for Teamzy, Teamzy's designed for people like me who want technology to make my life easier, not more complicated. And we've made setup as easy as possible. This is a little setup wizard that walks you through it. There's me. I give you a little welcome speech. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do in Teamzy is we're gonna set an income goal. Okay? How much money would you like to be earning per year 12 months from now? You just set a goal. And there's a little slider here and you just set your goal, okay? And wherever you put your goal, Teamzy's gonna tell you how many people you need to connect with daily to hit the goal. So it takes all the thinking out of this. You just get to work. Make sense? So my goal was 150,000 a year. Let me put it back there where it was. Okay, because I left my job to do direct sales, and that was my salary. And I told my wife, give me a year and I'll replace it, please. Or else she was like, Curtis, you can go back to work. But 150,000, Teamzy's telling me connect with 9 prospects every day, 6 customers every day, and 4 advocates every day. And 4 advocates every day. By the way, I don't want to cause confusion. I know you guys call it yourselves advocates as your title, and I use the word advocate. It's probably confusing you. I use the word advocate meaning your customers who will go out and bring more customers to you because they're so excited about what you're doing. So it's like a small A advocate. You guys are the big A advocate. Okay, you got it? Okay. So that's what I need to do 5 days a week, by the way. This is a 5-day-a-week goal, because I believe in heavens and balance. So this is my goal for the next year. Connect with 9 prospects every day, 6 customers, 4 advocates on my team. Boom, let's do it. Continue to the next page. Okay, hold on, I stayed here too long. Let me just refresh it. Continue to the next page. Now what we're gonna do is get your contacts into Teamzy. Put them all in one place so you're organized. No more chasing around pads of paper that you can never find, or little sticky notes or whatever, or, spreadsheets you forgot to update. You put all your contacts in one place. You can put your Facebook friends in here, your back office contacts, your phone contacts, everybody that you know, you put them in Teamzy in one place, okay? So they're organized. The cool thing about this too is since Teamzy is cloud-based, you always have it. As long as you have a mobile phone nearby or a computer, you have Teamzy, always. You meet somebody in the grocery store, pull out your phone, put them in Teamzy. You don't have to write it down on a napkin that you'll lose later. Make sense? Okay. So once we get all those in there, we're pretty much ready to rock. There's one more thing that I want to show you before we start our power hour. So this is the Teamzy dashboard for those of you who haven't seen it. It's pretty simple and easy to use. Today's activities are right here. These are the goals that we just set. Okay, these are my goals. Again, my goal was to connect with 9 prospects, 6 customers, and 4 advocates. And when I say connect, I just mean connect. I just mean making their day. That's it. Not trying to sell them or cold invite them to something, just saying hello. Okay, just starting with a hello to start a conversation first. Now this goal here, invites, I've got a goal of 3 a day. An invite is different. An invite is when, yes, I'm inviting you to join my team. I'm inviting you to purchase my products. I'm inviting you to one of my wellness classes. I'm inviting you to something specific that can result in a sale or a recruitment. Notice that my goal was 19 connects and 3 invites a day. That means I'm not inviting every single person I talk to. I'm looking for people who are interested. I'm trying to uncover some interest, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute, so that we're not getting no's, so that we're always working towards yeses. Does this make sense? And then ads, the last goal, that's just adding new people to Teamzy every day. People that I'm meeting, people I hadn't thought of, people I'm connecting with on social media. I'm putting new people in my Teamzy every day so that I always have fresh water in my business, okay? All right, so there's one more thing that we're gonna do before we come down to the power hour center here and get to work. We're gonna actually go in real quick and rank our contacts. You can see all my contacts here have numbers next to their names. Let me just show you how to do that real quick. So I'm gonna go over to my team page. The team page is where all your contacts live. This is your CRM. If you know what a CRM means, that's a customer relationship manager. Or if you're not into that stuff, it's like an electronic Rolodex. It has all your contacts in there, okay? We call it team because when you're building relationships, everybody's your team. Your prospects are part of your team because they support your business. So are your customers, so are your advocates. Make sense? Okay. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go into rank mode just to show you real quick how we do this. Notice how everybody has like a 5-star module next to their name. And we rank people just like you would rank a pizza on Yelp or whatever. 5 stars is awesome. 1 star, not awesome. You change the rank just by clicking. This is a really important step. I want you guys to understand the concept here. With relationship marketing, you should spend more time talking to your best people, and you should talk to them more often. Make sense? Why is that? Because 80% of your business will come from 20% of your relationships. It's the 80-20 rule. So let's say you know 1,000 people. And out of those 1,000 people, you're pretty close to about 100 people. And out of those 100 people, you're very close to 20 people, right? You need to be making sure that you're talking to those 20 people first, then the 100, then everybody else. This is because they already trust you. And this is about building trust. So the people who trust you the most, you talk to more often, and then over time, you're building trust with others. The ranking system allows Teamzy to do this for you automatically. You never have to think, you never have to plan, you never have to say, who are my top people? You don't have to do that ever. You rank once and you forget it. It does it for you automatically forever. Nobody can ever fall off your list. You can never miss anybody. Nobody will ever fall through the cracks again. Isn't that cool? So what you do is when you put your people in here, they're gonna automatically all have 3 stars by default. And what I want you to do is just scan your list, looking for the people you know and like, and rank them higher. 4 or 5 stars, depending on the people that you love, right? If you see somebody you know and you like, 4 and 5 them. Leave everybody else as a 3. Really simple step. Now let me explain to you what these ranks mean and why we do them. A 5-star person is someone most likely to become a customer or an advocate, or they're an existing customer or advocate that's a rock star. These are your best friends, your closest family members. 5-star people show up on your list automatically every 30 days. They come back. No matter what happens, they come back every 30 days for you to connect with them. 4-star people is someone likely to become a customer or an advocate with a little nurturing, right? Or these are the solid performers on your team or your customers that are just good customers. They show up every 60 days. These are your friends and family, just not your closest circle, right? They show up every 60 days. 3 stars could go either way, which is why we default everybody to 3. Most of the people on your list will be 3 stars, and that's okay. 3-star people come up on your list every 90 days. So you connect with somebody, nothing comes of it, you don't have to set a follow-up or anything, they come back in 90 days. Make sense? 2 stars every 120 days. The more stars, the more often. The less stars, the less often. Simple. Again, once you've done this once, you guys, now of course you can always change people's rank as you go, but once you've done this once, at least a basic version of this, you never have to plan or think about your business again. You just log into Teamzy and you're ready to do a power hour and connect with people. Okay? So here we are, we're at that stage, we're all set up, we're ready to connect. Let me show you how easy this is. Again, remember, Teamzy's on mobile, so you can use this on your phone if you don't have a computer in front of you all the time. A lot of you won't. I'm demonstrating the computer. When we get to Q&A, if somebody wants to see it, remind me. I'll plug in my phone and show you what it looks like on an iPhone. Okay. Power hour, right here in the center. The power hour. This is where I work. This little area is designed to make you incredibly efficient and effective. Okay? You can't get distracted here. It's designed to focus you. The left side gives you 4 lists: prospects, customers, advocates, and follow-ups. Okay? Each list only shows you 5 names at a time. That's so you can't get distracted, so you stay focused. You can't get overwhelmed. The right-hand side is where I log that activity as I go, so I don't have to come back later and do homework. Okay? All right, so let's do our power hour. Here's how we do it. We're going to work left to right. So I'm going to start with my prospects list. The next person up on my list is J. Lisa Swain. There she is, J. Lisa Swain. I need to connect with her. Now, I've got open in another tab, Facebook. I'm going to actually use Facebook Messenger to do my messaging. You can do whatever, however you communicate, you can log in Teamzy, okay? I personally like Facebook Messenger for most people because the response rate is best, has the best response rate. So here we go. Jay's up. Now I have to send her a message. And this is where I used to get stuck with, what the heck am I going to say to her? Anybody get stuck here? Sometimes you get a name and you're like, who is that person? You have to look them up and go, oh, we're Facebook friends. Oh, yeah. You got to remind yourself who they are. Then you think, now I have to message them. What am I going to say? So I want you guys to know, over all the years of doing it wrong, I've kind of figured out how to start conversations with people. And we put some scripts in Teamzy to help you out. Now, if you look here in the Connect box, see where it says scripts right there? You can click on that, and you can just use one of my scripts to break the ice with somebody. So I'm going to grab a Facebook script. Let's grab the first one on the list. Connect number 1. Sexy title, right? Connect number 1. Here's what it says. Hi, Jane. Just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. People are like, it's too simple, Eric. These work amazing. Okay, so look, I'm going to copy that script. Watch how easy this is. So I'm going to paste that real quick, and just so I can edit it a little. You could go right to Facebook and send it, edit it there, but I've sent it with the wrong name before, so I like to edit it here. So look, I changed the name. I'm going to throw an emoticon or 2 in here so that I can make it happy and exciting. Okay. I'm next trying to make it. There we go. I got a couple of emoticons. I've got the name just the way I want it. Now it's ready to send. I'm going to copy this and go send it in Facebook. Now I have to actually send it through Facebook. Facebook doesn't allow third-party apps to message on its behalf anymore. All right, so what I do is I'm just going to look her up. Simple, easy. There she is. Send message. Paste it in there. Hi, Jay, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day is awesome. Send. Okay, that message was sent. I'm going to toggle back to Teamzy and log it that it's done. Hit the big blue button that says log connect. That's how you log the connect. Okay, great. Now you can see I've got 1 done up on my scoreboard. Next person up is Jennifer. I'm going to use that same script. It's still in my clipboard. I just need to change the name. Hi, Jennifer, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day's awesome. Yep, perfect. No reason to overthink this. That's ready to go. I'm going to toggle over here and send it to her. With Jennifer, I got to type a few more letters. There's a few people named that in the world. Look, a few more. Okay, look, send message. Boom, send. Super easy, guys. Do you see how easy this is? I'm just going to go down my list and send that initial message to people until I hit my goal for the day, which in this case was 9. So I'll do the same thing to Lawrence, Vinny, Antoine, Yale, and Blondie. Okay? Boom, 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 down my list. Now, a couple pro tips on this. Some people will respond immediately. Oh my gosh, good to hear from you. I don't want you to run off and have a conversation with them until you've got all the outgoing messages done that I'm going to show you here in all 4 categories, okay? Because you'll get sidetracked. You won't finish your power hour. If once you get cooking in Teamzy, you can do this really quickly. Like this goal that we're doing, which is 19 connects plus the 19 connects that we're going to do, I could do that in 15 minutes. Easy. Once you've used Teamzy a couple weeks, you can get that done quickly. So it's not even going to be an hour, your power hour, after the 2nd week. Okay, you'll be really fast. So you'll have time. It won't be long before you can get after those messages. So my first pro tip is don't immediately respond to people who are responding to you. Finish your outgoing messages. My second pro tip is this. About half the people you message won't respond. Okay? By the way, 50% response rate is amazing. It's amazing. How many of you have gotten a message from somebody you love recently and you didn't respond? Forgot to respond. Right? It's not a big deal. People get busy or whatever. But here's what I want you to do. Don't worry about the people who don't respond. Don't even think about them. People obsess over this. Why didn't they respond? Should I send another message? Did you get my message? Don't worry about them. They're in Teamzy now. They're going to come back automatically. 30, 60, 90 days, message them again when they come back. Focus on the ones who do respond. Okay? You're going to be busy with those. So once I'm done connecting with my prospects, I'm just going to go down my list and send them. I'll just send the same message 9 times, change the name. Okay? Then toggle to the next list. Oh, I'll give you one more pro tip. Always put their name in the message. Okay? Especially if you've never messaged them. Always put their name in the message. That way they know it's personalized. They know it's not some bulk weird bot or somebody hacking your thing. So always send them the name. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Elaine. Okay? Put their name in there. Okay. It also helps you with Facebook. Facebook knows that you're not, spamming people. When I'm done with prospects, I go to customers. I start connecting with my customers. And I've got some hard names in here. Anna Diana. Oh, okay. Once I took a minute to sound it out, it was easy. So Anna Diana's first person on my list. Okay? She's my customer. I want to connect with her. Now, real quick, do the same thing. Go to scripts, grab a script, connect. Don't overthink this. Don't overthink this. Okay? Hi, John. How are you enjoying the products? Please send me an update. Let me know I can be of help. Okay, great. Simple script. Okay? Same thing. Change the name. Of course, I had to pick a really long name. Oh, she doesn't capitalize. I don't know. I'm going to assume she capitalizes that. How are you enjoying whatever she's using, your oils? Please send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. So simple, right? Send her the message. Over to Facebook, send her the message, log it in Teamzy, go to the next customer. Just staying in touch. Now, just real quick on this before I move on to advocates. So many people will focus on prospecting. Is prospecting important? Of course it is. That's why it's first. But connecting with customers is equally important. It's equally as important, okay? I want you guys to know just a couple of things when you're in touch with your customers on a regular basis. Not trying to sell them or, hey, your shipment's coming, would you like to add? Those kind of things. I'm just saying hello. Just being in touch. When you're in touch with people on a regular basis, they will order more product and they will retain longer. Okay? They will order more product and they will retain longer. I'm just telling you, this is a statistical fact. When you're present, there's more opportunities for conversation and education and encouragement, and it's going to happen. People will order more and they'll retain longer, which is a great reason to be in touch, right? It also feels good because it's good service. It feels good for you and them. The other thing that happens when you're in regular contact with customers, which is amazing. How many of you have at least one great customer that you'd like more people like that in your business? Where do you go find them? Is there does doTERRA have a special hotline, like a switchboard where they just put qualified people who want an awesome advocate to help them? That would be awesome if they do. I don't think they have something like that though. Sometimes you might get a lead, but if you want an awesome customer like the one you have, the best place to find them is from your current customer. Okay, you guys need to know this. Write this down. The best place for a new customer is from my current customer. This is true for any business. When somebody takes a product and uses it and loves it, what do? They tell everybody about it, don't they? They do. That's why you're all here too, incidentally. This is what people do. So I want you to think about this for a second. That person you thought of when I asked you, do you have a customer that you love? That person is already talking about doTERRA with their friends. It's already happening. And I want you to know another statistic. 86% of people say that they make purchasing decisions based on the recommendation of a friend. You know this too. I'm just connecting all the dots of what you guys already know. Your customers are talking to their friends who are now likely to make a purchase based on that recommendation. The question is, are they going to purchase from you, or are they just going to go find somebody and purchase from? See, you need to be in contact with your customers so you can be getting introduced to the people they're talking to. Okay. You can't call somebody out of the blue after 2 years and say, Jennifer, just real quick, is there anybody that you care about that you would talk to about doTERRA? Because I'd like to get in contact with them and help them. If I haven't heard from you in 2 years, but if you're in regular contact, it's an easy conversation to have. I know you're really enjoying the oils. You probably talk to people about them. Is there anybody you care about who needs some information on these? I'm having a class. I'm hosting a class. Who do you know who would benefit from coming? Like, get introduced. Okay, great. You did talk to a couple people. Perfect. Could you introduce them to me so I can get them the information? Get introduced. By the way, just a little side note, this is a whole nother training. I won't go deep into this today, but I want you to get that concept. Don't ask people to refer you. Ask people to introduce you. Get introduced. It's so easy. Just open up a text, a group text or a group chat, and introduce me. And then I'll take it from there. I'll get them information. You know how great I treat you. I'm going to treat them the same way. Okay. Oh, last thing on that note, on your customers, when your customer does introduce you to 3 of their friends, what do you now have in your hands? A new star advocate, right? This is also the best way, one of the best ways to recruit great new team members from your customer base, is people who think, I never want to do the business. But now they realized how easy it was for them to introduce 3 people to you. Now you can talk to them about it. Does this make sense? My neighbor, right now, I just moved 6 months ago. We moved into our dream home. We're kind of semi-rural on the outskirts of San Diego. And so we were in it, like our whole lives in developments where, you could throw a pebble from one window to the neighbors, and like we share a fence and it's, so now we're kind of far, like everybody in the neighborhood has a little bit of acreage. But our neighbor is into doTERRA. This is kind of funny. My neighbor, she mixes, like at Christmas, she mixes these beautiful little hand-mixed blends for Christmas time, and she brings them over in little stockings. Isn't this so sweet? And she brought them over to us, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so great. And she goes, this is my special blend. It smells like Christmas. It's great. I said, are you a doTERRA advocate? She goes, no, I don't do the business. I just enjoy the oils. I mean, this person, right? That's just a little tangent. I just want you guys to know. I was like, man, somebody's blowing it with you, because she's like fully wrapping little stockings around the oils. Like, she needs to be, I'm like, well, you should do it anyways, just for the there's got to be a discount or something. Like, you need to talk to your person. And she goes, why? Do you know about doTERRA? And I said, I do Teamzy. Yeah, I know about doTERRA. So anyways, it was a funny conversation. I think that every single one of you has customers like that, but maybe you don't know it. You just got to start being in touch with them more so you can get the vibe of what's going on and be present for them. Make sense? Okay. I would have shown you the gift, but it's July and that is long gone. That lasts about 3 days around here. I was like, oh, this is great. I got diffusers in every room. Let's do this. Okay. Where was I? Customers. We just finished our customers. And again, you don't need a complicated system. Just put them all in Teamzy and just connect with them when they come up. Just stay in touch. Okay. Just stay in touch. Now, by the way, people who cancel and are no longer current, you should keep them on that customer list. Keep connecting with them. If they bought from you ever, they're your customer for the rest of their life. Sorry. They have to delete social media and all of their contact methods to get rid of your relationship. I'm joking, but they will come. They will order again. I mean, they'll order again. People don't cancel because they don't like you and they don't like doTERRA. They probably just kind of have a bunch of oil and they don't need it right now. But if you continue building that relationship, they'll want more. They'll connect more. Make sense? Okay. Next, advocates. We're going to connect with our team. You're going to stay in touch with your team. Again, just quick message. Hey, Darlene, I'm so proud of you. I saw you sign your first customer. Hey, Kathy, is there anything I can do to make your day to day? Just thinking of you. Just quick messages. Again, I've got scripts in here to help you so you can stay in touch with your team. But that's why we call it Teamzy. People need to be in touch personally with the leader of the team. And a lot of times I see so many teams, they'll do Zoom calls like this, or they'll have a private Facebook group. And as the team grows, there's less one-on-one interaction. People are hungry for that. People are hungry for that. Just so you guys know, I know all of you want to be leaders. Some of you already are leaders, and all of you are leaders. Maybe your team just hasn't caught up to your leadership yet, but you'll get there. But I want you to know what motivates people to work hard isn't money. If you start with the book I recommended, Bob Cialdini, and some of the great social science that's happened in the last century, they've studied people, what motivates them. People aren't motivated by money. People are motivated. The two biggest motivators for people are status, which is why you guys have your ranks and your ribbons and your prizes and your awards shows, right? And all that, the galas and all that. And they're motivated by relationship, by connection, by belonging. If you want a team of motivated people, help them rank up and help them feel connected. Make sense? Okay. So we do that. Teamzy will help you do that. Just stay in touch. Okay, last list here are follow-ups. So we've gone through, we've connected with our prospects, our customers, our advocates. We just sent them a message. Okay? Some people will respond. And you notice when you get to follow-ups, there's nothing here because follow-ups are manual. They're not automatic in Teamzy. You put people on this list. So people are responding to those original messages we sent. We're having conversations with them. Okay? Now they've just said, oh, hi, Eric, great to hear from you. Now it's your chance to have a conversation. Well, what are you up to? Did you guys do anything great for the 4th of July? Tell me what you did. Just having conversation with people. Some of those conversations will fizzle out really quick and go nowhere, and I don't want you to be discouraged by that. That's normal. It's because you haven't built a lot of trust yet. And over time, you'll connect with them again in a few months. Each time, it'll get a little warmer. But the people that know you, they're going to be super, super excited to hear from you. They're going to tell you all about their 4th of July. And you're going to tell them all about yours. And you're going to have a great conversation, okay? And in the conversation, our goal is to help them, okay? The goal is to help them. Find a way to help them. Anyway, it doesn't have to do with doTERRA. It could. That's awesome when it works out that way. Just find a way to help them. How can you help them? Okay? Listen for things they complain about or joke about or mutter under their breath. See if you can help them. They got a leaky roof? Find a roofer. Send them the contact info. Okay? They're struggling with something? Order them a book on Amazon that relates to that. Just listen and find a way to help them. Does this make sense? And this is how you build relationships of trust, and people come to you as trust advisor for things. Now, as you're having this conversation, the ones that go great, remember my goal is to have 3 of these out of 19 a day. I have a realistic expectation that not every conversation is going to be awesome. Some of them are just going to be really casual. But as I'm talking to somebody, I'm going to use Jennifer as my example. We're catching up and connecting, what have you been up to? We're just bantering, nothing deep. Okay, please don't ask those deep questions in these conversations that you see on the internet. When it was no object, where would you live, or what would you do for a living? Don't go there. You're not there. Your relationship is not there yet. Okay, just having a conversation. What are you up to? Great. A lot of times people will tell you what they do for work. If not, ask them. Last time I talked to you, you were doing this. Are you still doing that? Great. How's work, or how's your job? They'll give you an update. And then guess what? You get to do in the conversation. You get to tell them what you're up to. You get to tell them what you're doing in your life. It's totally natural. Does this make sense? And so when it comes to talking about your business, again, I wish I had a full hour just on this topic. I'm just going to give you guys a little scratch of this, but I want you guys to write this down. When it comes to talking about your business, this is what I want you to share. What I do and why I'm passionate about it. Share what I do and why I'm passionate about it. A good friend of mine who's a doTERRA wellness advocate who helped us to design Teamzy for doTERRA when we first did it. She told me that she has, growing up as a young woman, she struggled with depression and eating disorders and all kinds of stuff, mental stuff. She's one of the most inspirational people I met. In her mid-30s, she found herself with 3 boys, single, and no home. They were homeless. They lived in her station wagon for a year. And she managed to keep them in school and everything like that. And she's made a success of herself. So incredibly inspiring, right? And her passion is helping people to use oils to balance their emotional challenges, depression, eating disorders, things like that. That's her passion. So that young women or grown women who are struggling with what she struggled with can have some sort of a remedy, a therapy, a way to help. Isn't that an amazing story? I still remember it 3 years later because it was such an amazing, because I asked her, why do you do doTERRA? She told me why she's so passionate about it. Do you know why you're passionate about essential oils? Can you share that with people? Because here's what I want you guys to understand. When you share what you do and why you're passionate about it, it doesn't matter what they think about doTERRA, about network marketing, or about essential oils, or about anything. There's not a human being in this world that doesn't think, wow, that's so cool that you're doing something you're passionate about. So when you tell people, here's what I'm doing and this is why I'm so passionate about it, they're like, wow, good for you. That's awesome. It's a totally different response that people are used to getting when they talk about their network marketing side hustle, right? Or you're another one of those people doing it. No, I'm doing this because I'm so passionate about it. It's amazing. Here's what I'm doing. Here's what I do. Okay? You with me, guys? And because I'm so passionate about the power of essential oils, that's why I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate. Because they're the best, and tell them. So don't hide, by the way, don't hide. I'm just adding this. Don't hide the doTERRA part. I always hear people say, well, I'm a holistic health coach. What does that mean? Fine, tell people why you're excited about helping people get healthy and tell them why you aligned with this company so that they understand that you represent the best. Make sense? People will say, wow, that's so cool. So I'm talking to Jen and I'm telling her this is what I'm doing and I'm passionate about it. She says, wow, good for you, that's so cool. And depending on how enthusiastic she is about what I'm saying, I might just straight up ask her, would you like to learn more about what I'm doing? Would you like some more information about the oils or about the business? And she can say yes or no. Okay, now here's the cool thing. She says yes, I'm gonna show you what to do. We're gonna put her in Teamzy, we're gonna invite her to something, I'm gonna put her on my follow-ups list, and I'm gonna professionally follow on and serve her all the way through. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that. If she says no, which a lot of times people would say no, I would definitely say no the first time you asked me if I was interested. How many of you said no the first time you were asked? Yeah. So when they say no, that's okay, because the way you set this up, she says, no thanks, Eric, I'm really not interested in that right now, but good for you that you're doing something great. Say, oh, no worries. It was great to connect, really enjoyed chatting with you today. She's gonna agree with that, and I'll just plant the seed. Could you do me a favor though, Jennifer, if you do come across anybody who could benefit from this, would you connect us? Because I'm on a mission to help as many people as I can. She's gonna say yes, by the way. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna train her to be my advocate first. She's great. Cool, let's stay in touch. Talk to you later. Bye, Eric. She comes up on my list in 2 months. Guess what? Hey, I just saw you across my Facebook feed. How are you? What's going on? It's been a couple months since we talked. We're gonna chat again. Each time I chat with her, more trust grows. Each time I chat with her, she's looking at my Facebook page, my Instagram page. She's learning about what I'm doing, gaining interest. Does this make sense? Probably bringing people to me. When people get, like, for example, I had a friend who has gastrointestinal challenges. Did I say more? He's been to the doctor for everything. They don't help him. They give him steroids and stuff. I said, you need to talk to my oils person. I'm pretty sure they have oils that'll help with that. This is how you're gonna train. Everybody you know is gonna be trained. Have you tried oils? You know, my friend Jennifer's always talking about how she's helping people with these oils. You want me to introduce you? Are you guys getting this? Your conversations, they may not join you, but you're training them to be like, to associate what you're doing, your mission with your products, and connecting other people to it. All right. So I'm going to connect with my prospects, customers, advocates. Jennifer says, yes, I'd like some more information. Wow, that's so cool that you don't have a job. You haven't had a job in 4 years. You're at home with your kids. Like, you get out of the swimming pool, put on a clean shirt, and jump on a Zoom call with a bunch of people. This is my life. Oh, that's cool. I want to do that. Great. Let's learn some more. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite her to something and then put her on my follow-up list. So I'm going to look her up in my lookup bar because she's not on my dashboard anymore. Okay, that brings me to her full record in Teamzy. There it is on the team page. This is where I keep all her contact information. any notes that I want to keep about her. And then it has a record of all of our communication in Teamzy right there on the activity feed, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open this connect box, just like on the dashboard, it's the connect box. But see on the bottom left where it says invite? I'm going to click on that, okay? So let's say I'm going to invite her to a class, okay? We're going to come to a class, just for an example. Yeah, I'd like some more information. Great. We're actually having class tonight. You want to come over and learn about Wales? Great. So I'm going to send her this message, this invitation via Facebook, education class. Great. Somebody invited me to one that was essential oils of the Bible. And it was a Bible study with an oils education. Cool, like people do cool stuff with this stuff. All right, so look, I'm gonna invite her to that. Now notice right here where this little thing that says in 2 days, that's setting a follow-up. That's gonna put her on my follow-ups list. Now when you set somebody on a follow-up, it actually takes them off that prospects list and puts them on the follow-ups list. So they're just gonna live there, okay? Let me log this connect and show you what's gonna happen. Oh, and you can put a little note here, by the way, if you want to remind yourself what you're following up on. So this is after class follow-ups. Okay, so look, I log this connect, and now it's put a set of follow-up for a couple days in the future, and I've got this little note that says, you know, it's going to be after class. Okay, so now when I go to my dashboard, check this out. When I'm on my follow-ups list, you can see she's there now. She's on my follow-ups list. Okay, so as I'm talking to people and they're interested in learning or getting to know us a little more, I'm going to invite them to something, put them on my follow-ups list. So after you're cooking in Teamzy, in our example, 19 people a day we're connecting with every day. If you're hitting your goal, you're putting 3 people on the follow-ups list. By Friday, you've got 15 people on the follow-ups list. Is that right? 3 times 5? Yeah, 15. So by Friday, you've got 15 people on the follow-ups list. That means these are people who are qualified and want to learn more about the business. Now our job is to follow up with them so that we can help them get to the next level, okay? So let me show you how to do it. So when I get to my follow-ups, let's say she's due. I know she's not due till Wednesday, but let's say she's due today. I'm gonna do the same thing I did for a regular connect. I'm gonna go to scripts, but this time I'll grab a follow-up script. I want you guys to know I put my 10 follow-up scripts in Teamzy for you, so this is so easy. You don't have to be good at this. Follow-up number 1. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Okay, so we're gonna have this class. We're talking about the business. She's not ready to commit right then and there. So I'll check in with you a couple days, see what questions you come up with. She says, okay, that'd be great. So now I'm following up with her. Okay, I'm gonna send this message. Great. We put a little emoticon on here. This one of the blushy cheeks, that's my favorite one. Oh, it didn't really come through right, but you get the idea. All right, no, I can't do it. I'm too much of a perfectionist. Where'd it go? Blushy cheeks. There it is. Oh, that's so weird. It's not working for me. Let's try it down here. Oh, yeah, Apple does this to me sometimes. Okay, let's just go with it. All right, so I've got this ready to go. We're gonna send it to Jennifer. I don't know if you can I call you Jen? Is that annoying? Stick with Jennifer. Jennifer. Either one, you're just going to be nice to me and be gracious. It's okay. If you don't like it, you can call me a different name. Like when I go to Starbucks, they call me Merrick and Derek all the time. They write like, well, how did you write Merrick on my card, on my cup? My name's Eric. Like, where did the M come from? Okay, look, here's my follow-up. I'm going to send it. Okay, follow-up is now sent. I log it in Teamzy. Now, just real quick on this. Before you send log connect, set the new follow-up. So let's say I'm going to follow up again in 2 days. Make sure you set a new follow-up. And by the way, I'll leave myself a note, which is kind of cool. I'll leave follow-up 2. That's the next one I'm going to send. So I know you have to think. I just send your follow-up number 2 next time. Look, there we go. Log it. So now it's sent. Okay, so your power hour looks like this, guys. You just send out first connects with prospects, customers, advocates, and then everyone you've invited, you do your follow-ups, whoever's due. You just go down your follow-ups list and send the follow-ups, okay? Now, I just want to talk to you real quick about following up real fast, and then we'll do some Q&A. The fortunes in the follow-up, right? You guys have heard this before. Yeah, you hear this. Everyone says the fortunes in the follow-up. But I want you guys to understand something. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. Okay, write that one down. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. How many of you like died a little when you heard that? Because you're like, no, I don't want to follow up that many times. Most people don't follow up more than 3 or 4 times. Those are the really good people. They're following up 3 or 4 times. Let me just reframe this. And I know most people don't follow up more than that because their real worry is that they don't want to be annoying, right? How many of you worry about being a pest, following up 10 times? Someone doesn't respond, you follow up 10 times. They're going to think you're annoying. How many of you believe that you're in this business because you can really help people? Like you really have a heart for helping people, changing lives. Let me reframe this statistic for you a different way. 80% of the people you could help, you won't help unless you follow up more. Okay? 80% of the people you could help, you won't help unless you follow up more. Now, I'm going to teach you really quick how to follow up without being annoying. You can follow up 10 times and people will be excited to hear from you. They will thank you for it. Okay? It's super easy to do. By the way, you just use my scripts and Teamzy that are already designed this way. But let me just teach you the 2 principles to follow up so people love it and that they're not annoyed by you, okay? The first one is this. When you're following up, don't ask them to do anything. Don't ask them to do anything. They don't need to even respond. They don't need to call you or message you or RSVP for your class. They don't need to do anything in the follow-up, okay? There's no action they have to take because that's annoying because if they're super busy at that moment and you're asking them to take an action, now you've irritated them. Make sense? Okay. The number 2 principle is when you follow up with people, make sure your follow-up is always written. It has to be something they can read. Okay? It can't be a voice message, can't be a video message. It has to be something they can read. And it needs to be short. So short that they can read the entire message without opening it. Okay? So think about it. You're out and about and you're busy, something's going on. You know, I've got little kids. My kids span from 2 to 19. So we've got all kinds of stuff, right? Teenage drama and baby drama. So, you know, I've got the 2-year-old attacking the 5-year-old and I get a message. Is there any way I'm going to respond to that message in the midst of this? No. However, I am drawn to it. I do want to see what it said. So I'm going to look at my phone. And if I can see the whole message on the lock screen without opening it, I'm excited because I got the message. Does this make sense? People will not open your messages, not because they don't like you, but because they don't want you to see they open the message because they're not going to respond. They don't want to look like a jerk. So at least they can feel like if you never open the message, then I get away with not responding, but they still want to get it. Does this make sense? We do the same thing, right? So keep the message short. Don't ask them to do anything. Make sure they can read it. So then when they get their phone, they can see on the lock screen of the phone the whole message. All you want is for them to get the follow-up, to know that you care, to know that you're being consistent, to know that you're following through with your word and your promise to follow up. Most people will not respond at all to your first 5 or 6 follow-ups. Have you guys experienced this? You have somebody who's excited and then just crickets, right? What happens after three times where they don't respond is you start creating a fiction to explain it. And then you get on a team call with poor Jennifer and say, I had this great prospect, but you know, her husband's a jerk. He's overbearing. I've heard that they might be going through a divorce. That's probably why she's not responding. Oh, I think it's the economy. You know, she did think that these oils were too expensive. Like you're making all that up in your head. They never told you that. Right? You guys have had these conversations, haven't you? Here's what really happened. Your message came through. Baby's thrown up on the dog. They can't answer right now. The next time you messaged them, they were driving their car. They're not going to text and drive. They're responsible people. Okay? You texted them while they're on vacation. I'm not doing social media this week. Whatever. This is life, you guys. You just got to stay there. And you have to understand that following up is not something that's annoying. Following up is an act of love. Following up is an act of love. This is how you show them, hey, I'm here because I'm passionate about helping people. I told you I'm going to follow up. I'm going to. What will happen is usually around the 6th follow-up, long after most people have given up, somebody will say, we'll respond with a, I'm so sorry I haven't responded. Thank you for staying in touch. I really appreciate it. Okay? And by the way, you've just modeled how they're going to build their business once they join your team. right? Here's the thing though. I just taught you all the emotional behind it. The Teamzy is a system. You go in there, you start connecting with people. Just do whoever's up next on the list. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink the messages. Just use the scripts to get started. Okay, after a while, you'll modify those, you'll get good at it. But just get started with that. And then when people are interested and you're having a conversation, invite them and follow up. Okay? You can invite them to class. You can invite them directly. Hey, you want to buy some oils? Let's talk about what you need. I'm big on the assumptive sale. You're interested? Let's get you an order. Let's start by getting you some inventory in your hands you can play with. Okay. Sometimes an invite is just literally, here's your order that you want. Follow up like a pro. That's it. Every day you do your power hour. It connects your first 3 lists, then your follow-ups, the second half of your follow-up of your power hour. And you can do that. You can do that in an hour you set aside, or you can do it in 10-minute increments whenever you can. You pull out your phone and just do the next couple people on the list. You get it done daily, and you create massive momentum in your business. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to give you action steps to follow on for you guys to get to work on this. And then if you have some questions, we'll take them real quick. Where am I? All right. I know it's a blank page. It's the next slide. Don't worry. Action steps. Here we go. So go get your 30-day free trial started if you haven't done that already. Go to teamzy.com, click Start Free Trial. Simple. Okay? It's 30 days free. If you're already in a free trial, set up your subscription so you don't miss a beat when the free trial is over. Okay? Teamzy, once you're done with your free time, Teamzy's $29.99 a month. That's less than $1 a day to have your business planned for you. If you can get 1 customer a month because you're using Teamzy, you're just going to pay for itself, right? Now, keep in mind, active users in Teamzy are averaging 21 customers and 9 recruits? 9 recruits and 21 customers for over 90 days. It's pretty good. My next action step for you is to get a 30-day success partner to do the free trial with you. Pick somebody on the team, say, hey, let's do this together. Hold each other accountable to actually doing your work. Share your goals. Hey, my goal is 6 prospects a day. Great. Mine too. Let's do it. And what I think you should do is you take a screenshot of your completed Teamzy dashboard each day and message it over to your partner. So they see it come through and they're like, oh, shoot, now I got to go do mine. But if you do that, you'll get so much more done because most of you would probably just sign up for the free trial and not do a lot. With a success partner, you'll get a ton out of it. Okay, I'm going to give you one more action step. This is a challenge. My 5-day challenge. I challenge you to use Teamzy 5 days in a row. 5 days in a row. And connect with 20 people a day. That's 100 people over 5 days. What's going to happen if you connect with 20 people a day? By the way, some of you will get to 20 and think, this is fun. I'm going to keep going. Just do 20 a day, okay? Because if you connect with 16 a day, sometimes there's no way you can keep up with all the responses. So 20 a day for 5 days in a row. What's going to happen is you'll be overwhelmed with how much activity you've created in your business in 5 days. And I want you to experience that because a lot of people will sit around thinking, what do I do in my business? I feel like nothing's happening. And meanwhile, you can actually in 5 days change everything. You can change everything and be encouraged and excited by that. And also as leaders, when people say nothing's happening, be like, hey, you give them this 5-day challenge. Go do this free trial of Teamzy, do a 5-day challenge. Let's do it. Let me see hands. Who's in for 5-day challenge? All right, there's your public accountability people. Okay, so we really don't have time, but you're still with me, so I'll give you some more time. Do you have questions? If you have questions for me, here's what I want you to do. Just unmute your microphone and ask away, and I'll be happy to answer whatever you have.
I guess that's it, huh? Wow. That was awesome, Eric. I just want to, I've been using Teamzy for a couple of months now, and it is true that first 5 days you will definitely know and see the difference if you use it. Any system, you've got to use it, right? But this one is fantastic. It took me 2 years to decide to do Teamzy, and that's the part you don't know, Eric, about me, is I tried other systems and every one of them let me down. I was trying this and that, and I put all this time and effort, and I was so frustrated. So when I first heard about Teamzy, it looked great, sounded great, but I was so hesitant to dive back in. And finally, 2 years later, I did it. And within 2-3 days, I knew it was the right system. And I just moved forward. So I've got 3 other people who are not on the call tonight using the system. And the group here knows them: Alina Hall, Sable Davis, and then Lauren Vandergrift. And they've been really happy with it as well. So I encourage you guys to try it out. I really appreciate, Eric, all the training you do, because I've seen you in a lot of videos, and I love that you are relationship based.
Yes.
That is all the difference in the world, all the difference in the world. And that's doTERRA, you know, so I know that's the heart of our community. I've got 2 of my upline on with me, Lois Lane and Elaine Huppridge. Those are my upline support team, so I'm grateful they're here with us. And they can continue to spread the word about Teamzy too. So
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm glad you found us again. And of course, we would be happy to help all of your team to get on Teamzy and get excited and start building. But again, it's always a great opportunity to connect with people. And as you said, I love to train. I'm a coach by trade and software on the side kind of thing, even though it pays the bills. So yeah, thanks for having me. God bless you all. Have a great night. And I will send you this recording probably in the morning so that you can have it to share with the rest of the team.
thank you so much, Eric.
You're welcome. Good night, everyone.
Good night.